Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic Cat. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful. Energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs. Screen print, embroidery, design. Where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine and Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company. Proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything, so can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs. Screen print, embroidery, design. Where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company. Proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. Be the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company.
Our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood? Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity. Investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful. Energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing to stop Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop have worked hard, grown together, and followed the play, taking care of customers. Shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to stop Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being leader in organizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning. IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at hayeschevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything, so can you get out?
Get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Team Designs. Screen print, embroidery, design. Where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company. Proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer.
The vocal chorale for Liberal High School with tonight's national anthem from Liberal as the Indians and the Redskins get set for Western Athletic Conference football. 1-1 Hayes High, 1-0 in the conference, 2-0 Liberal. This is their first conference game. Hello everybody, I'm Dustin Armbruster along with Kurt David. Rafe Dent back at our KFIX studio and polling double duty tonight for both camera and technical support on our ECTV and Hayes Post broadcast is Harrison. Kurt David, the Hayes High Indians get set to take the field on a warm night, 92 degrees, wind out of the south-southwest at 20 miles per hour. Who gets the ball? Have the coin toss go down.
Yeah, 23 miles an hour. That sound you heard during the national anthem was not a flyover. That was the 23 mile an hour wind from the south. The Hayes High Indians, whose captains were Graydon Mayfield, Hunter Brown, and Trey Van Pelt, the 3 seniors, will be kicking off. Liberal Redskins won the toss and elected to receive. So Hayes High Indians took the win in the first quarter. They will be kicking with the wind, a 23-mile-an-hour wind. Expect this one to go into the end zone and see the Liberal Redskins start on the 20 tonight.
This is a diagonal kick as their diagonal wind, and so it's not a true cross. It's not a true south wind, and so this is going to play on the ball tonight. We were watching punting warm-ups, and it was especially difficult for the punters kicking into the wind. Kicking off is going to be Logan Clark. He has 3 touchbacks this season. He kicks left to right as we view things into the setting sun here on the visitor side of the press box in Liberal. A kickoff that is going to be into the end zone, and Kurt David comes out of the back of the end zone, landing 9 yards deep and bouncing back from there. Liberal will start on their own 20-yard line, moving right to left with quarterback sophomore Cyrus Dunlap. He is the coach's son, new coach Jason Dunlap for Liberal, who starts his career 2-0. Liberal averaging 35 points a game. They scored 49 last week against Guyman, Oklahoma, and then beat Ulysses in week 1, 21-22. Cesar Burciaga is the fullback. Alan Marquez, 243 yards rushing in 2 games, is the tailback. He's the I-back in this split formation on 1st and 10 from the 20, right to left. Indians 4-3 defense. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and the Indians are there for a tackle for loss. Not getting back to the line of scrimmage is is going to be Marquez, and it's Palmer Hutchison diving in for the tackle.
Yeah, Palmer Hutchison was there, but Logan Schulte truly got in there on that defensive tackle position to stuff up that hole. Menards had no place to run. That's exactly what the Hayes High Indians defense needs to do. They need to swarm to the ball and shut down this running game of the Liberal Redskins.
Loss of a yard on the first carry by Marquez. His 243 yards have come on 38 carries. He has scored 1 touchdown. The quarterback, Cyrus Dunlap, now in the shotgun, has scored a league-leading 5 touchdowns. Running back beside him and behind him. He'll keep himself, come to the outside. Indians are able to contain him and bring him down. Hayden Brown is the one that set the edge, and then the Indians come up and finish him off. There's Wyatt Sheevy for the tackle. Another loss on the carry. Well, they'll bring him back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and just over 11 yards.
Hey, that ball came to the near side of the field. The far defensive tackle again was Logan Schulte, and he took the center. Aaron Lechuga, 280-pound senior, 230-pound senior. He took both of those players out of the play.
3rd and 11. Dunlap this year, 9 for 15 passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. As he throw here into the wind, he will hand it off. It's going to go to the right side. Burciaga, big hole, 20, and he gets cut down before the 25-yard line because Keaton Markley, one of the top tacklers in the league, diagnosed the play, got off his block. It's a gain of 4 yards up to the 23-yard line, and Liberal will have to punt into this 20-mile-per-hour wind.
A punt in a 20-mile-an-hour wind. This is going to be interesting. The Hayes High Indians have an opportunity for good field position here.
The ball from the 23-yard line. The punter is the fullback, Cesar Burciaga. 2 punts on the year, averaging 52 yards per punt. Now Liberal late running a guy onto the right side of the kicking formation. Still 8 on the play clock. The punt to come on just after 3 plays. A slow snap. Burciaga gets off a low line drive kick, and Hayes will just let it bounce. This is going to take a Liberal roll, but it will not get to midfield. Go just to the 48-yard line. It's a 25-yard punt, and the first Indian possession of the game is going to start in Liberal territory. They'll start at the Liberal 48-yard line.
Well, hey, it's a good start for the Hayes High Indian defense. We talked the first key to the game is the Hayes High Indian defense need to pick up exactly where they left off last week, and that's what the Hayes High Indians did. Good group tackling. They swarmed to the ball, and they shut down the Liberal Redskin potent running offense on that first drive of the game.
Indians left to right. They're actually in the shadows that are caused by the press box on the far side. Palmer Hutchison, wide receiver left. Keaton Markley to the right. Hayden Brown will get the start at the tailback position. Hunter Brown under center. He's going to keep it himself around the right side. Gets inside the 45, down to about the 43-yard line, and Hayes will take 5 yards down every single play.
Exactly. Getting 5 yards on first down certainly opens up the offense for play quality both on 2nd and 3rd down if necessary. Great opening play by the Hayes High Indians.
Hunter Brown last week, 35 carries. Last week, 23 carries, 115 yards, threw for a touchdown, ran for 2. Markley right, tied in to the left on this second down play. It's a handoff to Schmidberger up the middle. He's near a first down as he runs over a defender with that banged up right shoulder. Dylan Schmidberger pumped as he gets up. First down, Hayes High at the 36-yard line, gain of 7.
Boy, Dustin, I like that play. We call that a counter play, a little bit of misdirection. It looks like that play's going to go to the right, and then the running back cuts back to the left. A counter play certainly took the Liberal defense off guard.
2 wide receivers right, Mayfield and Markley. Markley will be off the ball on the line of scrimmage. I formation, Brown the tailback, handoff to Schmidberger. Again on that counter play, gets little to nothing on this time. Does get inside the 35. They'll mark him right on the 35. So 1 on first down for Dill. 30 yards on 10 carries, had 5 carries, 23 yards. He's really been banged up with a right shoulder injury.
And now we've got a flag after the play, Dustin. It looks like they're throwing that in the direction of the Liberal defense.
Well, Hayes High's the one that's backing up right now. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Hayes High. Boy, Hayes last week hurt themselves. 9 penalties, 93 yards. Dylan Schmidberger's coming out of the game. It would appear that the penalty was on him. So the Hayes High Indians are going to bring into the ball game freshman Lane Becker, a 162-pound senior freshman. So Hayes, instead of having the ball at the 35-yard line, second down and 9, it is going to be second down and 24. The play or the flag was after the penalty. So the ball back behind where the Indians started this drive. Play clock down to 8. Wide receivers 2 to the right, sprint out, tight end left. I formation for Hunter Brown. Brown's going to keep left side, finds a hole. 40, gets down to the 35 and gets the penalty yardage back. Sets up third down and about 9. Much more manageable for Hayes High. That was just right up the gut. How about Kyler Kinke, Trey Van Pelt, and Colton Schoendaler, the guards and center, going right up the middle and clearing out a hole.
They did, and taking Mason Ibarra and setting him wide out as a wide receiver really spread out that defense, allowed those holes to open up.
3rd and 9 from the 35-yard line. Hayes High will have the wind at their back should they throw. 2 wide receivers left. Brown is going to hand off instead to Becker. Becker gets a big hole, gets a guy around his waist. He gets near a first down at the 26-yard line. They're going to say 4th down and about a half a yard for the Hayes High Indians. Lane Becker on his first career carry picks up 8.5 of the 9 yards that he needed.
And this is certainly manageable on 4th down. The way the Hayes High Indian offense has been moving the ball, they certainly have the opportunity to pick up a half a yard to pick up that first down and continue this drive.
On the season, 2 for 4 on 4th down, but last week 2 for 3. This is where the Indians' offensive line has to get big, and Hayes will go double tied in. Play clock down to 7. Hunter Brown kicks out Markley to the right side. It's going to be a reverse to 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Hayes High Indians on the reverse, and Hayes on 4th and 1 goes with the reverse, and Markley ran right past a defender in the backfield. It is a touchdown for Hayes High of just over 24 yards. Hayes High with the early lead, 6-0.
Dustin, 2 plays there that were key to that drive, and both of them that were counter misdirection plays. The first one was Schmidberger looking like the play was going to go to the right, cuts back to the left, and that one with Markley coming all the way from the right side of the field going to the left.
Extra point by Clark is up. It is good. Hayes has a 7-0 lead. They hold Liberal to a 3 and out, and then on a reverse that will end up being a 26-yard touchdown run for Keaton Markley. It's his first touchdown run of this season and the second of his career, and the Hayes High Indians have a 7-0 lead. Indian football brought to you by Eagle Communications, Midwest Energy, Heartland Building Center, Gibbs Auto Supply, and that Hayes High touchdown adds $25 to the Athletic Booster Club, donated by Horizon Appliance and Electronics, open 7 days a week at 1501 East 27th Street in Hayes.
Boy, Dustin, I continue to be impressed. You know, that win against Great Bend last week was such a great win after the letdown against Scott City in week 1, and now the Hayes High Indians continue this on holding Liberal Redskin offense on the first drive of the game and then taking the ball 48 yards and 6 plays into the end zone to take a 7-0 lead as we start this first quarter here in Liberal.
Well, and how about also Hayes High overcoming a 15-yard penalty? It was 2nd and 24 from midfield. Then Hayes ripped off runs of 15, 8, and then 26. Logan Clark to kick off this one. A little shorter. It'll get into the end zone, though, and in high school football, all that has to do is cross the line, and a second touchback for the Hayes High Indians kicker, Logan Clark, his 5th of the season. On the offensive line for Liberal, they're all returning starters from a year ago. Left tackle is Julian Vargas, a 225-pound senior. Left guard Daniel Whaling, a 220-pound senior. The center is Aaron Lashuga, a 280-pound senior. Carlos Avellino is a right guard, a 250-pound senior. He's lost 30 pounds in the summertime. And then Brian Martinez is the right tackle. Shotgun formation for the quarterback, Cyrus Dunlap. He's going to hand it off. Burciaga up the middle, wrapped up and dropped. Taken down by Chase Browse, the defensive tackle. Forward momentum across the 20 to the 22. Just a 2-yard gain on first down.
Chase Browse was 2 yards in the backfield, got to the running back as soon as he caught the ball, and then drug him down to the ground for only a 2-yard gain.
So far, Dunlap has only toted the ball one time. 205 yards on just 25 carries this year, but he's elected to hand it off each time he's got that done. He'll send a wide receiver to the left, make that multiple wide receivers. 3 left, 1 right. Does Dunlap in the Liberal offense go to the air? The coach, Jason Dunlap, is the quarterback's dad. Cyrus from the shotgun formation. Keeper himself, left side. Indians there trying to push him out to the sideline. He'll get across the 25 and be taken out there. And there's some extracurricular activity from the Liberal Redskins way out of bounds. No flag on it. It's up to the 29-yard line, gain of 8. Cyrus Dunlap able to break contain that time.
Yeah, Tyreek Chandler, he's a wide receiver, a senior, 175 pounds. He was the near side receiver. He's 3 to 4 yards out of bounds, somehow involved in that tackle or play.
3rd and 1 for Liberal. From the 29-yard line, they're right to left. Hayes with an early 7-0 lead, 6:10 to go in the opening quarter. 6:12 to be exact, and the clock stopped when the ball went out of bounds. Wide receiver right, now one running off late. They had 12 in the huddle. Split wide receivers, and then running back on either side of Dunlap. Dunlap's going to hand it off. It's going to be given to and the Indians blow it up in the backfield. Palmer Hutchison shot the finished off by Dylan Schmidberger. 3rd and 1 goes for a loss.
And that's the swarm to the ball. Palmer Hutchinson was in the backfield to start that tackle, and sure enough, Dylan Schmidberger got to the ball, helped in on that tackle for really a loss of 2 on that play.
It'll be 4th down. They'll call it 2. Does Liberal go for it? Right now, they kind of look like they're considering their options of going for this on 4th and 2. Play clock is down to 10. Liberal now just brings the play in from the sideline. Hayes High has to make sure they don't jump. Liberal looks to go for it. Clock down to 5. And it's a full house backfield like an inverted wishbone on this 4th down. Liberal runs the play, goes to the outside, break contain, and it's going to be a first down for the Liberal Redskins. Alan Marquez, the Indians hit him in the back, and the play clock just expire, and it's a first down. What a play call for Liberal.
It was an interesting play call, and Hayes High Indians had him a yard deep in the backfield. Running back just broke through the tackle. So it's those little things, making quality one-on-one open field tackles and breaking down, then getting team tackles, and that's where the Hayes High Indians missed on that 4th down opportunity.
So they convert on 4th and 2. Now a shotgun to Dunlap. Dunlap hands off, flag on the play from the backside official, and a tackle made by the Hayes High Indians about 2 yards from the original line of scrimmage, but the far side official picks up his flag and says, near side official threw a flag as well. I think Hayes High may decline this penalty after just a short gain. False start Liberal. It will be declined, and 2nd down, just a gain of 1 on the play for Alan Marquez, who has 3 carries for 8 yards. Ball out to the 37. Liberal, a big play offense over the first 2 weeks. 21 points against Ulysses in a hard-fought game, and then Guyman, Oklahoma, 49-3, and that game was over about the time that it started. Inside 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Hayes up 7-0. Liberal has the ball at the 37-yard line. 2nd down and 9. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 in the back. And he's going to go down in the backfield. Back behind the line of scrimmage by 2 yards. There's the Hayes High Indians once again. Trey Van Pelt there to lead the charge and make the tackle.
You know, Trey Van Pelt's in there. Colton Schoendoller's in there as well. Those are 2 players on the offensive line who don't start on the defensive side, but what a great job it is to bring them in. They're rested to bring them in on defense, and both of those played an important part in that tackle.
4-yard loss, 3rd down and 13 for Liberal, who's 0 for 2 on 3rd down. They converted for a 4th on 4th and 1. 4 wide receivers, 3 right, 1 left, 10 on the play clock. Hayes High shows blitz. They don't bring it. Cyrus Dunlap wants to throw. Now he's going to run. He's going to get hit. Flag on the play. That's going to be a face mask on the Hayes High Indians.
Certainly is. Right as Dunlap was running by, the Hayes High Indian defense threw it out there to try to make a tackle, and it wasn't a face mask grab, but it was certainly a slap.
Only went to the 40. It was a gain of just 6. The official says a 5-yard penalty, so still 4th down. It is the Hayes High Indians' second penalty, but I would imagine Liberal now will go for it on what is going to be 4th down, about 2 instead of 4th down and 7. 6-yard gain for Dunlap.
Now they're still showing the 3rd down marker on the side.
Yeah, it's 4th down on the scoreboard, and it will be 4th down. Sideline markers aren't real receptive to the Hayes High Indians yelling for it to be 4th down. 4th down on the scoreboard, 3rd down on the sideline. We're going with 4th down and 2, and they take one off late. Now timeout, down to 3, and Liberal did not have the play call in. So Liberal uses their first timeout. They converted on 4th and 2 on this drive. Hayes held Dunlap short on 4th down and 6, on what would have been 4th down and 6, but an incidental 5-yard face mask penalty turned it into 4th down and 2 from the 45-yard line. Hayes leads 7-0, 3:29 to go in the first quarter. Hayes with a 26-yard reverse on 4th down and 1, where Keaton Markley ran right by a defender in the backfield. Indian football brought to you by Horizon Appliance and Electronics, U-Save Pharmacy, Next Tech, Steel Fabrications, and Edward Jones, Daryl, Jeff, and Linda Seibel.
Hey, Dustin, important to note, now the scoreboard is showing 3rd and 2 on this particular play.
Well, we'll be checking that out because they called the penalty. So they're giving Dunlap the yards and the penalty. We've had interesting calls over the years in Liberal. So apparently 3rd down and 2 is what it's going to be. Shotgun for Dunlap, keeper. He's going to get hit and taken down across the gain marker. So either way, it's a 1st down up to the 49-yard line. Hayes High not helping themselves on penalties. That should have been 4th down, but instead, because of the 5-yard penalty, it gave a shorter conversion for Liberal.
Yep, and now will be the 9th play of this drive. Penalties have certainly aided the Liberal Redskins to keep moving the ball down the field. Again, you talk about those little things. They miss a tackle on a 4th down behind the field of play, and just a slap of the face mask gives Liberal Redskins the opportunity to continue this drive now at their own 49-yard line.
Under the center this time on 1st and 10 for Dunlap. Long snap count. Hayes holding steady. It's going to be a handoff to Marquez. He is hit, dropped after about a 2 there to help make the tackle. Hayes High Indians, Logan Schulte, defensive line playing well early. Gain of 3 for Marquez. This is a long grind-em-out drive for the Liberal Redskins. They get into Hayes territory for the first time at the 48-yard line. Moving right to left as we peer into the setting sun behind the press box across the way.
Yeah, important for Trey Van Pelt to be in there. I use the starting center, but he won't get much of a break going into the next series, but it's nice to have the 234-pound senior in there against a 288-pound senior center for Liberal.
2nd and 8, snap back to Dunlap, who's in the shotgun formation. He's going to hand it off, and it's fumble! Ball is on the ground, and the Hayes High Indians are going to recover this fumble. Coming up from the bottom of the pile is going to be Logan Schulte. And the Hayes High Indians force a turnover, their 5th forced turnover of the season. And Hayes High has the football in Liberal territory, leading 7-0 in the first quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, we talked also about the key to the game. The takeaway giveaway ratio was +1 coming into this game. The Hayes High Indians now up that to +2. Hayes High now has the ball on their own with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. Liberal Redskins.
Handoff goes to Schmidberger left side, keeps 2 hands on the football. He's going to gain about a yard, maybe 2. This drive starting on the Liberal 49-yard line. Hayes has not run a play from their own side of the 50. Ball just inside of the 48. We'll call it a gain of about 2 yards for Dylan Schmidberger. Drive starting at the 49, ball down to the 47-yard line. 2 wide receivers left. Sheevy along with Keaton Markley tied in Ibarra to the near side. It's going to be a handoff. Brown looks for the cutback, gets through the first initial tackler. He got by Cesar Burciaga and got inside of the 45 down the 43-yard line. 3rd down and 4 coming up for Hayes High, who is 0 for 1 on 4th down, just their 2nd possession with the football.
Right now, an important 3rd down play. The Hayes High Indians have the ball on their own 43-yard line, 3rd and about 4 yards to go.
1:13 to go in the first quarter. Hayes up 7-0, and Hayes is going to take a timeout. I don't think Hayes High got lined up correctly. This is an important play as well. If Hayes does not convert, they want to be punting with the wind as they lead, should they elect to punt from the 43-yard line. Indians with third down and 4 coming up after the timeout. Indian football brought to you by Discount Siding, Insurance Planning, and High Plains Farm Credit. Hayes High for the first time donning their white jerseys, maroon numbers, maroon helmets, and the maroon pants with the black stripe down the side. Liberal has on their home red jerseys, red. Touchdown 4 on 4th down. Markley, though, runs it the other way from the touchdown. First down at the 35. Hayes High gains 8 on 3rd down and 4.
Boy, certainly the Hayes High Indian coaching staff has seen that the Liberal Redskins have a tendency to over-pursue. There's been 3 important plays in this game where the Hayes High Indians have used misdirection. Liberal Redskins have over-pursued in the wrong direction each time. Hayes High Indians have capitalized.
Markley now wide receiver left, double tight end formation out of the eye. Is going to be around. The quarterback gets to the left side, getting down near a first down. He's going to gain 9 down to the 26-yard line as he blew through the initial tackle and gained an extra 2 yards. Hayes High gets a big block on that play and able to spring it for an extra couple of yards.
Looked like that was that Chase Browse in there at the left guard position who provided that block?
Browse would be playing for Kinky if he can't go at the left guard position. He's been battling an ankle injury.
Hunter Brown put his hand right on Chase Brown's back and followed him through that hole.
It's going to be a 2nd down and 1. Keeper by Hunter Brown. The quarterback gets a first down near the 20-yard line. And it'll be a first down for the Indians. We'll call it the 21, gain of 5, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Hayes High, 7-0 lead. They force a punt, score a touchdown, get a fumble recovered, driving once again. Hayes High football leading Liberal in Liberal, 7-0. This is Hayes High Indian football. Our driving once again. Hayes High football leading Liberal in 7-0. This is Hayes High Indian football.
For choosing to style classic quality body shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style classic quality body shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything, so can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
This is Eagle TV.
Previous run by Hunter Brown. I gave him 5, excuse me. It is first down at the 20. So the Indians into the red zone for the first time, leading 7-0 in the second quarter. First play of the second. Indians into the wind, right to left. It's going to be Hunter Brown keeping, holding, now turning up and getting dropped a yard short of the line of scrimmage. He'll be just behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle is made by Pancho Terrazas. First-year football player. 200-pound junior makes the tackle, a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11 from the 21.
Boy, Hunter Brown was pursued by the Liberal Redskin offense that time. Certainly no misdirection. And Hunter Brown, like on the previous 2 plays, had really used his left guard and his right guard appropriately to create a hole. That didn't happen on that particular play and resulted in a loss of 1 yard.
Hayes converted on 3rd down to keep this drive going. 4-down lineman for Liberal. It's a handoff. Schmidberger, the fullback, overwhelmed and taken down. And Hunter Brown took a hard shot well after he handed off that football. Hayes has already been called for 2 penalties. Now 2nd down and 12 coming up after the Indians are 3rd down and 12 coming up after the Indians end up getting pushed backwards on these 2 plays. One for scoreboard shows the wrong side of the 20 for that. It'll be 3rd down and 12 from the 22. Hayes leading 7-0. They're going into the wind, and that may play a role into what Hayes elects to do kicking-wise, though the wind is dying down. 20 to 25 to start, more 15 miles an hour now. Wide receiver to the right, double wing formation for Brown under center. Man goes in motion. It's going to be a chance to pass for Brown. Rolls out to the right, chucks it down the field. It is going to be intercepted. Great play made over on that right sideline, intercepted by the Liberal Redskins. It looked like Misael Moneres, the linebacker, with the interception inside the 10. Third pick thrown by Hunter Brown, his first attempt of the night. That one got up into the air and never had a chance.
Yeah, Hunter Brown was rolling out to the right side, which would be a strong side because he's a right-handed quarterback, but he never really truly set up. He tried to throw that ball on the run, and obviously the ball was off.
Well, Hayes High defense needs to get out on the field here, leading 7-0. Liberal with the ball at the 7. Handoff is going to be up the middle. Big hole for Marquez, and he's going to get near a first down on the first down run. Hayden Brown with the tackle, but now Liberal has all the momentum at their back. It is a first down out to the 19-yard line, a gain of 12 for Marquez. That's more yards than he had on the entire first 4 carries of the ball game. So each team now with a turnover. Hayes leading 7-0 second quarter, and Hayes is going to use their second timeout. Head coach Randall Rath feeling his team reeling a little bit, electing to use the timeout. Hayes was leading 7-0. They got into the red zone. The interception for Hunter Brown, interception number 3 on the season. He threw 4 interceptions all of last year. That's the first time Hayes is not converted in the red zone. They were 2 for 2 a week ago. Indian football brought to you by High Plains Roofing, Hayes Kalon State Glass Company, and Kurt David. Hayes High needs to regain their composure. They still lead 7-0.
Well, that's all right. Yeah, that was really, just a rollout pass. Yeah, Hayes High Indian offense had been moving the ball, using misdirection, or Hunter Brown playing well behind his guards and being patient to find a hole. That time, Hunter Brown really just tried to rush a pass as he was rolling out to the right and throwing off balance. I think he'll learn from that. Hayes High Indian defense has played well. They need to continue that now. But Liberal has this 15-mile-an-hour wind at their back now.
They have first down at the 19-yard line. The interception occurred at the 7. I formation. Split wide receivers for Dunlap under center this time. It's going to be a handoff to Marquez. The tailback squirts through a hole, gains a couple of yards, then gets hit by 4 different Hayes High Indians, and the pile moves across the 25-yard line out to the 26. That pile just kept going forward. 7 yards for Marquez, who has 19 yards on his last 2 carries.
Second down and 3. Trey Van Pelt comes back into the game, as does Colton Schoendaler back into the game to beef up that front 3 for the Hayes High Indian defense.
Second and 3, split wide receivers. Dunlap under center. Hayes leads 7-0, but threw an interception in the red zone. Hayes High, do they bring the run blitz this time? They do. Handoff Marquez, right side, going nowhere. Hayes High gobbled him up. There's going to be Palmer Hutchison along with the Hayes High Indians' Dante Blackman to make the tackle. It's a loss back to the 25-yard line. It's a loss of 1 on the play. Third down coming up for Liberal. Hayes High with another tackle for loss. Palmer Hutchison already 1.5 tackles for loss. Dante Blackman gets a tackle for half a tackle for loss on that as well. Third down, about 3.5. We'll call it third down and 4 for Liberal, who's 1 for 3 on third downs in this game. This time they'll go shotgun formation, running back to the right, running back behind Dunlap, the quarterback. Does he keep on 3rd and 3? Hayes High shows blitz, flags on the play, false start Liberal.
There we go. That'll back them up 5 yards and make this a 3rd and 8 that the Hayes High Indians have to defend against.
Their first penalty of the game. Liberal picks up 5 yards on a third down play where they have the wind at their back. They will back the ball up to the 21-yard line. The ball is right in between the 20 and 21, so it is about 3rd down and 8, just a touch over 3rd and 8. Liberal slow getting the play in from the sideline, giving the Hayes defense an extra moment to rest. Here now in the full shaded field as the sun starts to go down behind the home stands. Burciaga to the right of the quarterback, Dunlap, who checks the sideline, 3rd down and 8. Hayes 4 down, shoots him incomplete. The wind may have helped throw that down the field a little bit. The first passing attempt for Dunlap goes wanting. entered the game 9 of 15 for 125 yards, a pair of touchdowns, a pair of picks. But now Liberal likely to punt the ball away on 4th and 8 from their own 21.
Cyrus Dunlap overthrew that ball, but one thing I want to notice for the Hayes High Indian defense, the minute that Cyrus looked like he even was about to throw the ball, the whole Hayes High Indian secondary started backing up. They need to be careful against this speedy quarterback that he doesn't elect to take that under his arm and just run the ball while the Indian defense is moving backward.
Hayden Brown to receive the punt. The snap hit the ground. It's a high punt. Brown is going to settle in underneath of it, and it goes off his shoulder pads, but he's able to make the catch at the 40-yard line, avoiding disaster on a 39-yard punt by Cesar Burciaga. His first 2 punts of the year averaged 52 yards. His punts tonight, 25 and 39. He got rushed a little bit on that one after having the snap hit the ground. So Hayes High throws the interception, but they don't give up anything out of it. Have the ball leading 7-0 from their own 40-yard line. Hayes, this is their first play of offense from their own sideline, or from their own side of the field. Ball just across the 40 on the right hash. 8:12 to go before the break. Indians send Mayfield and Markley to the wide receiver side on the narrow side of the field. It's going to be Brown, a keeper, left side, gets to the 45. He'll gain some yards, and then the ball comes out late, and Hayes fumbled the football. And it looks like has it. Hunter Brown says, my knee was down. The officials don't agree, and the Indians have turned the ball over on back-to-back plays. Boy, that play looked dead. And Liberal has the football, and here comes the Indian defense.
Well, I'll tell you what, a team that started at +1, takeaway, giveaway, went to +2, and they're now back at even after an interception and a fumble.
So Hayes will pick up 6 yards on the play, but they turn over the football, and Liberal has it on the plus side of the field at the 47. It's going to be the shotgun formation now. Here come flags. And in Liberal, a procedural penalty. Back themselves up 5 yards back into their own territory at the 48-yard line. 1st and 15, so Hayes just picks up 1 play, leading 7-0. They got into the red zone leading 7-0, but threw an interception. 8:03 to go until halftime. Hayes right now probably feels like they should have at least a 2-score lead, if not more. Touchdown, interception, fumble for Hayes. For Liberal, punt, fumble, punt. Wide receiver left side is going to be Tyreek Chandler. They'll send a wide receiver to the right side, play clock down to 5, and it's going to be Dunlap in the shotgun formation. He's going to keep it himself, go straight up the middle, and Logan Schulte there for the tackle as he gets back into Hayes territory, picks up the yards that he lost, but when his wide receiver started a little too early. -1, so it's +4 for Cyrus Dunlap, who gets up and chirps at the Indians defensive tackle Logan Schulte, who is having a pretty fine season so far. Ball into Hayes territory now, just shy of the 47. We'll call it from the plus side of the 48. 7.5 to go before halftime. Hayes up 7-0. Shotgun for Dunlap again. 4 wide receivers. They're going to hand it off. Burciaga runs into an Indian, and there's Trey Van Pelt using some of those wrestling moves to run up and drop Burciaga at the 45. It's a gain of 3 in this game on territory.
Well, I'll tell you what, Trey Van Pelt in on that tackle, stuffing up the hole. Also, Logan Schulte taking on an offensive lineman. And remember, these are 5 returning starters from last year all season, all well over 200 pounds. And the Hayes High Indian 3 men up front are doing a fantastic job to control the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 8 coming up for the Liberal Redskins. They're 1 for 4 on 3rd down. Dunlap has wide receivers, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to play action, keep it himself, get hit in the backfield and dropped. The Hayes High Indians, Trey Van Pelt there for the tackle for loss, and the Hayes High Indians force 4th down. Liberal may have to punt now that it's 4th down and long.
And you know who gets credit for that is number 50, Dante Blackman. He's the near side defensive end. Cyrus wanted to come to the near side of the field, and Blackman went in as a defensive end went across the lineman scrimmage and pointed in and pushed that play back up to the middle into the Indian defense.
Loss of 3, and Liberal will punt. Burciaga standing back to punt. Hayes defense holds again. The line of scrimmage is the 48. Again, a punt that has the snap hit the ground. The punt is going to bounce, and it's going to get inside of the 10, inside of the 5, and it's going to roll all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the player that had the football had his foot in the end zone. The player for Liberal that touched the football had his foot in the end zone, and the official didn't see it. So first down for Hayes from the 1-yard line, but the Liberal defender that touched the football had his foot in the end zone. Funny things happen when you come to Liberal. So the punt goes 47 yards. Hayes defense holds again. They have the ball 99 yards away from Pay Dirks. Hayes' offensive line needs to get big. 5:46 to go before halftime. Hunter Brown under center. Here comes the Liberal blitz, and Brown's just going to keep it himself. It's a design quarterback sneak, and that offensive line got a huge push right up the middle. There's Kyler Kinke, Trey Van Pelt, and also coming up off the bottom of the pile last was Colton Schoendaler. It's a gain out to the 5. A gain of 4, setting up second down and 6, and a little breathing room for the Indians.
Yeah, it tells you how strong that offensive line was for the Hayes High Indians. A design quarterback sneak picks up 4 yards to give a little bit of breathing room to the Hayes High Indian offense.
3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right for Brown. Again, just straight up the middle. He's going to get wrapped up from behind. The play still alive until the officials blow it dead at the 6. Just a 1-yard gain this time. Setting up third down. Hayes is going to have to punt into the wind if they cannot pick up third down and 5 here. They are 1 for 3 on third down, converted on a 3rd and 4, converted on a 4th and 1 for 26 yards and a touchdown. Graydon Mayfield with the play from the sideline. 4:45 to go before halftime. A punt of 47 yards by Liberal down to the 1-yard line after Hayes fumbled on their first play of the drive. Hayden Brown is the setback. Is going to be a handoff to Hayden. He's going to get hit in the backfield, spin out of it. He's going to pick up a yard to the 7. Finished off by the Liberal Redskins. At the 7, Hayes is going to punt on a 3 and out, and they have to punt for the first time, and they have to punt into the winds.
So Hayes High Indians pick up 5 yards to make this punt a little bit easier. Punt will be able to go back to his regular distance. Just need to make sure that snap from center with the wind is right to his hand, so there's no mess up on the punt.
Logan Clark to punt. Punted 9 times this year for an average of 38 yards. Now Hayes High has somebody coming on late. Play clock down to 6. Indians need to get this snap off or have to use their final time of the half. The snap gets back to Clark, gets it away. A high punt heading towards the sideline. He's going to take a Hayes bounce. That's about as good as you could ask for, going at it about the 45-yard line. The official still walking up. He says the 44, and the Hayes High Indians, Logan Clark with a great punt with that sideways diagonal wind are going to push the ball out to the 44-yard line. It's a punt of 38 yards. Great job by Logan Clark.
Tell you what, though, 3 plays for a 3 and out ended up in a punt. They only picked up 5 yards, but they did run 2 minutes off the clock. So Hayes High Indian offense managed to keep the ball out of the Liberal Redskin hands for 2 minutes, and a nice punt backs it up to the 44-yard line for Liberal.
Sun almost down behind the home stands. Dunlap under center, just the fullback behind him. Does he throw with the double tight? He wants to. Rolls out to his right now. He's going to keep, and there's Schmidberger with the tackle. The right tight end had no opportunity to block Schmidberger. That is Jet Brown who's into the ball game for Liberal. And it's a loss of a yard. Dylan Schmidberger with a tackle for loss. He's got 1.5 tackles for loss in this half. And the clock runs with 3:20 to go. Second down and 11 from the 45 for Liberal.
On the last series, we talked about Dante Blackman with a good play at defensive end, coming across the line of scrimmage and forcing the play up the middle. Schmidberger does the exact same thing, stays in his defensive end lane, squares up on the quarterback, makes a tackle for loss.
Liberal unsure as to what they want to do. They will use their second time out of the first half, and they're getting hit square in the mouth here in the first half by the Hayes High defense on some plays. Hayes High has been in the backfield a bunch. Palmer Hutchison with 1.5 tackles for loss, 2 tackles for loss for Trey Van Pelt, a half tackle for loss for Dante Blackman, a fumble recovery and a half tackle for loss tonight so far for Logan Schulte. Dylan Schmidberger 1.5 tackles for loss.
Here's what's important. The Hayes High Indian defense has played fantastic tonight against this potent Liberal offense. For 3 minutes and 7 seconds, they need to continue remain focused, play their lanes, make those tackles, defense square up and force the ball back into the center of play to keep this Liberal Redskin off the board going into halftime.
Hayes High gets the ball to start the second half. They would love to be starting with a lead. Split wide receivers for Cyrus Dunlap. Second down and 11 from the 45-yard line on the Hayes side of the field. Hayes on the road for the first time this year. Dunlap wants to throw under pressure, gets hit, and is almost intercepted. Nearly taken away by the Hayes High Indians. Dante Blackman is the one that hit the quarterback. Hayden Brown had it in his hands. He was trying to tightrope the sideline and almost came up with the interception. He may have scored on it.
Boy, another great play by the defensive end, Dante Blackman. The defensive ends for the Hayes High Indians are playing terrific tonight. But Dante Blackman into the backfield, squared up, and forced Cyrus Dunlap to throw that ball quickly. Almost an interception picked off by Hunter Brown.
Clock stops at 3 minutes, 7-0 Hayes. They scored on their opening drive, but have gone interception, fumble, punt since then. Liberal is on their 5th drive of the first half. Punt, fumble, punt, punt. 3rd and 11, Liberal in the game, 1 for 5 on 3rd down, moving left to right. Play clock down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. They just get it off. It's going to be Dunlap to throw deep over the middle. He throws a floater that is going to be tipped, nearly caught, nearly intercepted, and it hits the ground. And it's going to be 4th and 11. Dunlap now 0 for 3 passing.
And I think that was Dylan Schmidberger back again, making Cyrus Dunlap rush to throw that ball.
We will see Liberal's decision, and they want to punt. Burciaga had punted just 2 times all year. This is his 4th punt of this game. He punts from the Hayes 45-yard line. Indian defense needs to watch this, make sure that it's not a fake. It is going to go back to Burciaga, gets the punt away. A high wobbly punt. His last one went down to the 1, calling for a fair catch. Well done by Tavian Kramer at the 9-yard line. Typically, you don't want to be able to receive the ball there at about the 8 or 9 yard line, but the way Burciaga is punting down inside the 5, that's a well done take on a wobbly punt by Kramer. The ball will be at the 9. Hayes has 2:46 until halftime, leading 7-0.
Boy, another 3-and-out possession that the Hayes High Indian defense held the Liberal Redskins to. Now the Hayes High Indians have the ball here inside their own 10. There's 2 minutes and 46 seconds left, so they can't be too conservative on this drive. They've got to have some ball control and run time off. Last series, they went 5 yards and took up 2 minutes. They need to do a little bit more this time, at least to get into halftime with a lead.
From the 9, handoff Hayden Brown gets his best run of the game as he gets a big hole over the right side. Some extracurricular as a couple of players hit the floor, but apparently nothing over the top. Ball out to about the 12. Gain of 3 for Hayden Brown. 3 carries, 8 yards, and the sun finally sinks down below the home stands as the visitors into that through the entire first half. 2:15 and counting. 12-yard line down. High Indians. They've pitched a shutout so far in the first half despite 2 turnovers. Here's going to be a handoff to Dylan Schmidberger. Gets hit hard on the right side. The ball comes out, but the official says after the play was over, Hayes High will have 3rd down and short after across the 15-yard line. The 15 out to about the 17-yard line. Hayes High will have the football after a gain of 5 by Dylan Schmidberger. 3rd down and short, 3rd and 2, each team with a solo timeout remaining in the first half.
Now with 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this first half.
3rd and 2, Hayes 1 of 4 on 3rd down tonight. On the year, Hayes is 25% on 3rd down from the middle of the field, right to left for the Indians, and Liberal jumped off sides. Free first down for the Hayes High Indians on the 5-yard penalty by Liberal, their 3rd 5-yard penalty of the night. Hayes will not have to face the 3rd down, and Hayes has their options here. With 1:26 left, they can take this into halftime if they want to. They can get a couple of handoffs and seize what happened. Chase Browse, by the way, is in at left guard for King. He's working out a right ankle sprain that he suffered in the Scott City game. Every other.
You're now on the 22-yard line. When you're backed up on the 5-yard line, Hayes High's been having some success with misdirection plays. Well, that takes a lot of time in the backfield. Now that you're on your 22-yard line, you've got some margin for error. You can do that misdirection now if you want.
Play clock down to 3. Brown is going to turn. Handoff to Hayden Brown. Gets through the initial surge, and then he's taken down by Pancho Terrazas, the linebacker, and Hayes is going to get about a yard on the play. And that may be what the decision is now for Hayes. Go ahead and let this clock start to wind down. No gain on the play. Ball still at the 22-yard line.
Again, what another opportunity for a misdirection play. They're now to the 22, 23-yard line. Opportunity to pick him up on the ground, but with 41 seconds left, you wouldn't expect to see anybody air this out, although Graydon Mayfield is coming back into the game.
Well, Hayes is going to have to at least snap the ball one time here. Play clock down to 5. They're going to have to hustle. Markley sprints out to the right wide receiver spot. Clock down to 2. Hunter Brown's going to keep it himself. He's going to get taken down at the 20. And unless Liberal wants to call a timeout, that'll probably be the end of the first half. It's a loss of 2 on the tackle, and Liberal is going to take the timeouts. Interesting.
It's all right, Water. It was interesting back there. Hunter Brown went to the line of scrimmage, then he backed up a little to dance around a little bit, just trying to draw some extra seconds off the clock.
Hayes leads 7-0. A Keaton Markley 26-yard reverse on 4th and 1. Scored the only points of the game. The low point made it 7-0. Now 3rd and 12 for Hayes. For the half. Timeouts. Hayes has 1 left, so the Indians, if they wish, can take a knee here, or maybe you try a misdirection play. See if you can't get Keaton Markley out on the edge again. His 26-yard run, he ran right past the defender in the backfield. Then on a 3rd down and 4, he did the same thing just from the opposite side.
Chase Browse coming back into the game on the offensive line.
Indian football brought to you by Lewis Automotive Group, Roof Masters, Progressive Physical Therapy, and Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. Ball just inside the left hash from the 20-yard line. Hayes is going to take a knee and end the first half. Hunter Brown comes under center. He'll back up, take the knee, and that will be the end of the first half. A half that the Hayes High Indians lead 7-0. Second consecutive game where the Hayes Indians have thrown a shutout in the first 2 quarters. Hayes has a 7-0 lead on a Keaton Markley 26-yard reverse on the Indians' first drive of the ball game. Hayes will get the football to start half number 2. We take a break. It's halftime. This is Hayes High Indian football.
Ego Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing the style, classic quality body shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wertenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wertenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at hayeschevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine and Hayes, Redeem Designs. James Motor, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including ArcticCat. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful. Energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing to stop Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to stop Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a lead.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commercial Builders. On time, on target. Redeem Design. Screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine and Hayes, Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic Cat. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Classic quality body shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style classic quality body shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs. Screen print, embroidery, design. Where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company. Proud to serve our hometown athletes. Use Buick GMC vehicles. See the for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic Cat. Stop dreaming, start riding.
Hayes, though, theirs was for a touchdown. Hayes, 2 penalties, 20 yards. Liberal had three penalties for 15 yards. Hayes will have the wind at their back for this third quarter. Liberal is kicking right to left, but the wind much, much less than it was earlier. There's some thunderheads off to the southwest. Those should stay out of range for tonight's game.
That wind's died down to about 13 miles an hour, but still the Liberal Redskins kicking into that wind.
Hayden Brown to return the kick of Cesar Burciaga, a high end-over-end kick. Brown will field at the 10, straight ahead along the hash to the 20, 25, 30, cuts to the right, 35, and he's going to get taken down near the 40-yard line, still on his feet to the 41. A 31-yard kick return to open up the second half for the Hayes High Indians, Hayden Brown.
Hayes High Indians getting close to midfield. Last time they were close to midfield, an 8-yard drive went 42 yards, ended in an interception. Another one near midfield ended in a fumble. So remember, giveaway-taker ratio, the Hayes High Indians now at even. Hayes High Indians have got to hold the ball because sooner or later this Liberal potent offense is going to score, and the Hayes High Indians can't hand the ball over to them.
Double tight, one receiver. Handoff is going to go to Hayden Brown. He switches the ball from right to left, gets across the line of scrimmage, across the 45 to the 46-yard line. And a late flag comes in from 20 yards behind the play. Indians are able to pick up to the 47-yard line, a gain of 6 yards on first down, but who is the penalty on? Hayes High's already backing up. Is it on them? Personal foul against Hayes High. I'm telling you, you come to Liberal and things just...
After the play, now the Hayes High Indians of the first half called for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that backed them up 15 yards. Hayes High Indians still scored on that drive, but now after the play, a personal foul penalty.
So the ball is back to the 30 on what will be 2nd down and 21. Hayes leads 7-0. This drive started at the 41. They picked up about 6 yards and got shoved back 15 on a penalty. Hunter Brown under center. Hayden, his younger brother, is going to get the handoff. He's going to cut back. He's get the 35 and gets slung down by his jersey as he gets across the 35-yard line. Gets near the 38. It's a gain of 7. Make it a gain of 8 yards on the run, but Hayes High 3rd and 13 now, 1 for 5 in the first half.
Graydon Mayfield comes off the field. Mason Ibarra bringing the play in for the Hayes High Indians on this 3rd and 12 play.
From the 38, a minute gone out of the third quarter. Indians a 31-yard kick return to open the second half. Picked up 6 yards on the ensuing play, but then backed up on a 15-yard personal foul. Under center is going to be Brown. Brown is going to shovel it late to Hayden Brown. Gets a late block to the 45, and that's it. He's going to pick up not quite enough for a first down, get to the 45. He's 6 yards shy of the first down marker, picking up 7. Hayes gets runs of 6, 8, and 7 yards on that drive, but because of the 15-yard penalty, Hayes High backs themselves up. They'll ultimately go 3 and out and punt the football away for just the second time tonight.
They will have the wind at their back, so it ought to put the Liberal Redskins in some difficult field position to start off. If the Hayes High Indian punt coverage team can do their job. They struggled in week 1 with that.
Logan Clark with the punt, a nice high punt. Underneath of it is going to be the return man from the 15-yard line, and there's a big block. Flag comes in on the play. 2 more flags coming on the play. This is coming back. It is going to be returned for a touchdown, but there is going to be flags on the play, clear back at where the big block happened, and that's going to come all the way back.
Trey Van Belt had his back and was clearly blocked in the back and pushed out of the way. There to make the tackle.
There's also 2 more flags. So it depends on what the other 2 flags are. We could have offsetting penalties on this. Now, there was no doubt that was a illegal block. And now you bring it. Indian football is being brought to you by Adams Brown Bear. Deemed as Hertz Rent-A-Car and Eagle Technology Solutions. The returner was Elijah McCarter, a 150-pound sophomore, and this is taking a long time for the officials to talk this over. There's a flag back at the 17-yard line. It's an 85-yard punt return. Should it stand? There's 2 more flags, one at the 41, one at the 44. Here we go. The official says holding, personal foul Hayes, they'll offset. Where did the personal foul on Hayes come?
It was at midfield. It was about the 44-yard line of the Hayes High Indians. Didn't see the penalty, though.
Boy, I'm getting to the point where I think Hayes is playing a little too physical. I don't know if that's possible, but it's not like there's been late hits. It wasn't a chop block. So they called a hold on the penalty all the way back at the 15-yard line. All right, so we'll re-punt. Hayes is going to have a better coverage this time. Logan Clark will accept the snap, a high short punt. This is headed to the sideline and angles out of bounds. And now a late hit on Liberal and no flag. Tyreek Chandler goes after Keaton Markley, hits him after the play. No penalty. Actually, that was Colton Schoendaller that he hit, and no penalty. Hayes has been called for 3 15-yard penalties, unsportsmanlike and personal fouls. And then after the play, Keaton Markley is the one that got popped by Chandler and nothing. Well, you hate to start harping on one side of this thing, but it's starting to get a little less obvious here as we go along. So a short punt to the 36-yard line, just a 19-yard punt. And Liberal will have the ball at the 36-yard line.
Okay, now the Hayes High Indian defense, again, held the Liberal Redskin offense to 49 yards in the first half. Talk about picking up where they left off. That's exactly where this defense needs to go. Chase Sprouse up front now with Dylan Schmidberger. Dante Blackman on the near side defensive end.
Snap to Dunlap out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it off. Burciaga, big hole, right side, gets hit, taken down on near the first down marker. And Liberals the team with the momentum. It's a gain of 9 by Burciaga. Just shy, they'll say, of the first down marker. Gets across the 45. We'll say the 45. Needs a yard for the first down, 2nd and 1. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 2 to the left for Dunlap. Burciaga hops from the left, now to the right side of the quarterback from the 46 on 2nd down and 1. Snap back to Dunlap. Hands it off to Burciaga. Another big hole taken down right on the midfield marker. It's a gain of 4 on the play and a first down.
Running back Burciaga now hitting the hole very quickly. Much more momentum than you saw him in the first half. Liberal Redskin offensive back playing with much more momentum, much more excitement than they were in the first half.
Hayes leads 7-0, but Liberal now, after the Indian 3 and out and a 19-yard punt, have put themselves, Liberal, into Hayes territory if they advance on this next one. High snap, grabbed by Dunlap, given to Burciaga. He gets hit hard and dropped. He's going to pick up 3 yards to the 47-yard line. All 3 plays have gone to Burciaga, but Dunlap can pull the football if he so wishes and scamper to the outside. Is that what they're doing, trying to draw Hayes High into a point where they just don't realize that Burciaga keeps the ball. Chandler, wide receiver right. There's 2 wide receivers to the right side, 2 to the left, including Hunter Hatcher, a sophomore. Shotgun formation. Dunlap hands off to Burciaga again, and again he'll go left side. He'll get to the 45-yard line, picking up 2 yards, 3rd down and 5 for Liberal. 7-0 Hayes, 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter from Liberal.
Logan Schulte, the near side defensive tackle, doing a good job on both of those plays to control the line of scrimmage and allow for only a 2-yard pickup. He's controlling that center and guard position, stuffing up that hole and allowing the linebackers to make a play on the ball.
From the 45-yard line, Liberal with the football on the Hayes half of the field. Dunlap shotgun. New running back is Marquez. He'll get the call to the right side. Gets hit. Gets driven backwards. Does he get the first down? No. He will be held short of the first down. The Indians missed the initial tackle, but then Hayden Brown from his safety position held up, finished off by Tavian Kramer. 4th down for Liberal. What do? They are now 1 for 7 on 3rd down. Just a 1-yard gain for Marquez. 8 carries, 30 yards. 4th down, and we're going to call it 3 yards for Liberal. They're 1 for 1 on 4th down. It was for 2 yards back from their own 30. Looks like Liberal wants to go for it. Play clock down to 10. The huddle still isn't broken, and it finally does with 8. Now a wide receiver sprints off to the far side and off the field. 2 wide receivers right, to the left. Play clock is down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. They didn't get it off. And a timeout called by Liberal. And I did hear the whistle before that snap, so Liberal uses a timeout in the first half. Of the first half of the 3rd quarter. 6:49 remaining. Hayes leads 7-0. 3 and out by Hayes. Liberal driving into Hayes territory after a short punt. Indian football brought to you by Lifetime Dental Care, Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, Thomas More Prep Marion, and Cross Manufacturing.
Burciaga had success on the first 2 or 3 carries of this drive, but since then, Logan Schulte, that near side defensive tackle, has done a great job of holding up Lechuga, the 280-pound senior center, and Daniel Whaling, a 220-pound senior guard. He's held that ground on the near side of the line of scrimmage and forced 2 consecutive plays of only 2 yards.
Garden City has gone 2.5 games and allowed just 7 points, and none to teams from inside the state of Kansas. They lead Wichita South 29-0 at halftime. Scoreboard update powered by Hayes Kalon. Call Kirk Maska, 623-0674 for the green grass you want in the spring. Huddles are broke out of the timeout. 4th down. Cyrus Dunlap with no wide receivers. It's a keeper by him. Straight up the middle. 1st down as he gets inside the 40. Well, that's lining everybody up and finding out who has the more momentum. There was 2 fullbacks right in front of him. Dunlap from the 43 down inside of the 40-yard line to the 37-yard line on 4th and 3. Is able to pick up 6 yards.
Trey Van Pelt now coming into the game to give Chase Sprouse a break. Trey Van Pelt coming off fresh off the sideline. Should offer A little bit renewed excitement in for the defensive line.
From the 37-yard line, the Hayes High Indians leading 7-0, but defensively going backwards right now. 2 right, 2 left for the wide receivers for Dunlap. Turns, hands off to Burciaga, gets hit and gets dropped. That is the right tight end, Hunter Hatcher, who just basically gave up on his block and allowed the Indians to get over there and make the tackle. Trey Van Pelt, Hayden Brown, and Wyatt Sheevy over there to make the tackle, gain of just 1.
You know, in previous, we talked about it in game one, how important it was that you had the offensive center and the 2 offensive guards that weren't playing both ways, offensive, defensively to start. And there you see it. Chase Browse has had a great game, but getting a little bit tired in there on defense. Trey Van Pelt is fresh because he's not starting both ways. He can come in and plays an important part on that play.
Browse is playing a lot more offense because of the injury to Kyler Kinky. Now wingback left side's Burciaga. He'll be the lead blocker for Dunlap. Going to the left side, Dunlap gets pushed to the outside. There's a block in the back, and this is going to come back. 2 flags launch in. Hunter Brown got pushed in the back and out of the way. The play is going to go for about 2 yards, but I got to imagine that the Indian coaching staff will ask for the play to be backed up by 10 yards.
Liberal Redskins already 8 plays into this drive that started on their own 31-yard line, now into Indian territory, but taken over 4 minutes to drive the ball so far on this drive that's already picked up 2 first downs.
Well, they lose 10 yards there. The ball backed up to the 46-yard line. So Dunlap will be credited with a yard on the run at the point that the penalty happened. From the line of scrimmage on the previous play, it essentially was a 9-yard penalty. Back to the 46, Liberal from the left hash, moving right to left into the wind. Hayes 3 and out, Liberal with the ball since. In this second half, Indians lead 7-0. 3 wide receivers right, and going way offside to line up was Chandler. Now he's back on the Liberal side of the line of scrimmage. Here's a pass play right. Dunlap to throw, completed over the middle to Chandler. He gets to the 35-yard line, gain of 11. A fake by Dunlap onto the right side, then threw it back to the middle. Boy, that's a generous spot to the 34-yard line, gain of 12. That's the first completed pass of this game for either team. 3rd and 6 coming up for Liberal.
Boy, and the Hayes High Indian defense was certainly being careful not to let Dunlap run that ball, playing a little bit off the receivers, not fully committing to the pass on that play.
12 Chandler, first reception of the night, 3rd of the year. 3 shotgun, runs the option play. Flag comes in on the play. Dunlap gets hit and taken down shy of the first down marker. We'll see what this penalty is.
Looked like Carlos Avelino, he's the right guard, had tackled Logan Schulte in the backfield.
For the record, it was a fine tackle.
It was.
But when you're the offensive lineman, that's not the play. So a 10-yard penalty, the second of the drive on Liberal. The play resulted short of the first down marker, but it would have been about 4th down and 3. Logan Schulte comes out, Chase Browse in on that defensive line. Hayes High shuffling defensive tackles, trying to keep them fresh because those guys will go back in on offense. 3rd down, 20 now. As the ball gets backed up, the 48-yard line.
A good secondary defense on this passing situation, but offensive line, especially those defensive ends that played so well in the first half, do not give up the outside to Cyrus Dunlap.
3 right, 1 left for the receivers. High snap, Dunlap down with it, rolls to his right, looking to throw, gets rid of it, incomplete, overshoots his receiver. Good coverage by the Hayes High Indians, and pressure into the backfield by the Indian defensive line made Dunlap throw that, and the penalty thwarts the Redskin drive. They will have to punt.
How about that? 11 plays that consumes nearly 6 minutes is going to end in a punt at midfield for the Liberal Redskins.
Again, I'm telling you, watch the fake. 4th and 20. This might not be the time, but Tavian Kramer waits back inside the 10. The punt from Burciaga will go into what's left of the wind here in Liberal, and it's not much, and there's a flag. Did Liberal? Yep, they moved the football. And so 5 more. Liberal in first half, 3 penalties, 15 yards total. Second half, and we're still in the 3rd quarter, 3 penalties, 25 yards. Liberal now punts from their own side of the 50-yard line from the 47. Burciaga with 4 punts tonight. His 5th as the ball bounces in and gets tipped. It is tipped by the Hayes High Indians, blocked by Palmer Hutchison. And Liberal has a blocked punt. Hayes High will have the football. The snap came in low. Palmer Hutchison with the tipped punt. And Hayes has the ball at their own 34-yard line. And the defense again stands strong, leading 7-0 with 3:54 to go third quarter. Indian football brought to you by Thirsties, Paul Wartenberger Construction, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Steel Fabrications, and Master Cleaners.
11 plays, 5 minutes and 50 seconds, and it nets 22 yards, 17 if you talk about the illegal procedure that backed them up.
I formation for the Indians, one wide receiver out to the right, handoff, Hayden Brown hops over the line of scrimmage and bowls his way out to the 40-yard line. That's good for 6 on first down. How about that offensive line getting a surge? There's Kyler Kinke back into the ball game. Also leading the way was the tight end Palmer Hutchison, who just tipped the punt, gain of 6 for the Indians. 3:30 and rolling in the third quarter. Hayes up 7-0. Hayden Brown just 15 yards coming into the game on 4 carries, now 8 carries, 35 yards tonight. He's been carrying the ball a lot in the second half. Hunter Brown under center, turns, hands off to his younger brother again, sidesteps the defender in the backfield, gets close to the first down marker, picking up about 3 of the 4 yards that he needed. This will be close. Where the far side officials walking in, it looks like he's going to be about a yard short of the first down. 3rd and 1, and Hayes High needs to pick this up. They went 3 and out on their first drive, despite picking up 21 yards, but because of penalties, backed themselves up and out of position to convert.
Boy, there were 2 plays in the first half where Hunter Brown was patient behind his offensive guards and let the hole develop and followed him through. It'll be nice to see that play right now.
He has the ball under center, turns, hands off to Schmidberger. Big first down to the 49-yard line. Taken down by Jesse Alvarado, the safety, and now more flags come in as the teams converge at the 50.
It's going to be a first down no matter what.
Is Hayes High going to back themselves up yet again? 6 yards on the conversion for Dylan Schmidberger. But again, extracurricular between the two teams. And the penalty is personal foul on Liberal, and the player is ejected.
Number 10.
It is going to be Braxton Hyde, the cornerback, and he has been ejected from the ball game. Braxton Hyde, who is a backup quarterback, big baseball player, played summer baseball for Team USA Midwest in North Carolina, but he just cost his team 15 yards, and he is out of the game.
And that moves the Hayes High Indians all the yard line, 1st and 10, 2 minutes and 38 seconds left in this third quarter. Hayes High Indians up 7-0 and marching the ball downfield.
Schmidberger picked up 6 for the first down. Indians now 2 for 7 on third down. Here's a wide receiver left, double tied in. Mason Ibarra to the right, 4-down lineman for Liberal. Turn, handoff to Hayden Brown. Hops through the line, 30-yard line, lowers his shoulder and gets 2 more. Down to the 28. Hayden Brown looked a little tentative first half. He's found a rhythm here in half number 2.
Certainly has. And boy, the Hayes High Indian offense in the first half really helped hurt themselves with some key penalties. Now that tide has turned to where the Liberal Redskins are giving the Hayes High Indian offense the opportunity to continue drives. Now Hunter Brown and the offense need to take advantage of this.
2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Keaton Markley now is the tailback behind Dylan Schmidberger. Liberal shows blitz. They bring the blitz. Handoff Keaton Markley left side. Has a hole. 20, 15, and he's going to get taken down just shy of the 10-yard line. Down at about the 12, it's a gain of 11 yards for Keaton Markley, who has carried the ball just 3 times for a total of 45 yards.
Inside linebackers blitzing, and Keaton Markley picked it up. He was headed off tackle, took a couple side steps to go further to the outside, picked up a first down to the 12-yard line.
I'm shortchanging 17 yards on the run. So 51 yards on 3 carries and a touchdown for Keaton Markley. Does he get the ball again here from inside the red zone? Indians lead 7-0. He does. Markley left side has a crease, gets tripped up just shy of the 5, and the Indians right now are going off of Dante Blackman, the left tackle, and Kyler Kinke, the left guard, and then whoever the tight end that lines up on that side, usually Palmer Hutchison. A gain of 7 on that run by Keaton Markley.
On these last 3 plays, the Hayes High Indian offense has the line of scrimmage, which what's key is they're also picking up second 3, 4, 5 yards down the field. That's
And 3 from the 5. Hayes can get a first down. They'd like the touchdown and go up by 2 possessions. Double tight, turn. No, it's going to be a keeper by Hunter Brown. He's at the 5, lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Hayes High Indians. And Hayes High takes a 2-possession lead on the 5-yard touchdown run by Hunter Brown, going up 13-0 with 52 seconds to go, third quarter.
A great play. We talked about it earlier where Hunter Brown would occasionally pause and wait for an offensive guard or a tackle to open up a hole. It's exactly what he did. Hunter Brown was patient there, gave a second for a hole to develop, and then sprinted through it, getting into the end zone, putting the Hayes High Indians up 13-0, and now possibly 14-0 on a kick.
The ball bounces in. Hunter Brown picks up, throws for the end zone. The 2-point conversion is no good. The official says out of the end zone. Now, they weren't going to give him that anyway. 13-0 Hayes High. The snap came in bouncing, and Hayes High leads by 2 possessions is the main point of all of this right now. Hayes football brought to you by Insurance Planning Incorporated, Gottschalk Equipment, Hayes Chevrolet, and Walmart. Kurt David, impressive drive by the Hayes High Indians.
Certainly was. 7 plays that started at their own 32-yard line, moves the ball down the field, consumes nearly 3 minutes of play time, so a good consistent drive for the Hayes High Indians, who started off flat with a 3-and-out, picking up only 4 yards and a punt. Now the Hayes High Indian defense has played strong to hold the Liberal Redskins. Hayes High Indian offense has taken advantage, moved the ball down the field, certainly aided by a personal foul penalty and an ejection by the Liberal Redskins that moved the ball well down the field for the Hayes High Indians.
Hayes High's drives for touchdowns, 6 plays, 48 yards, 7 plays, 68 yards. And with that touchdown occurring with 52 seconds to go in the third quarter, it gives Logan Clark a chance to kick off with what wind is left here in Liberal. It's not a lot, but it's enough for Logan Clark to try to lift it into the end zone. He has 2 touchbacks so far tonight, and we've talked about it before. When you have a kicker that can put it over that goal line, it just simply eliminates an opportunity for the other team to return and have a play. Elijah McCarter, Josh Arafal are going to back up to the 5-yard line. The kick from Logan Clark, a line drive kick, into the end zone, and that's a touchback. It actually hit the returner Arafal and came back into play, but once the ball crosses the end zone, it is a touchback. Third of the night for Logan Clark. He's had 3 kickoffs. They've all gone beyond the end zone.
All right, Hayes High Indian defense on the last possession. Let the Liberal Redskins hold the ball for 11 plays, but it only netted Liberal 22 yards, 17 yards, except if you count the illegal procedure penalty on the punt return or on the punt kick. So now the Hayes High Indian defense does to do this again, force into a 3-and-out if they can to hold Liberal back and potentially punt into the wind.
Big time series coming up for the Hayes defense. Shotgun for Dunlap, hands off Bursiaga, nothing doing. He's going to run into a crowd at the 20-yard line at the line of scrimmage, no gain. There are 5 white jerseys coming off that pile with 42 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hayes leading 13-0.
Boy, if that wind was still at 23 miles an hour, you'd think that Coach Rath might use some timeouts to force Liberal to punt into the wind, but that wind continues to die down as the sun is set here in Liberal tonight.
Hayes has kept Liberal in check pretty much the entire ball game. Right hash for Liberal on this next play. 20 seconds to go in the third. They do have to snap the ball. There's about a 7-second difference between play clock and game clock. Play clock down to 5. 2 wide receivers right, 2 to the left. Turn, option play for Dunlap. Shelves it off late to that is the running back Marquez, and he is piled up right there. Logan Schulte with another tackle for loss inside of the Hayes High continue to defensively play very well. Through 3, Hayes leading 13-0. This is Hayes Indian football.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
For over 60 years, Eagle Communications has been the leader in value and service. And over that time, our specialized teams have been helping businesses grow because Eagle is your one-stop for business solutions. We can provide the latest in hosted phone, reliable fiber internet, IT support, business compliance, and network planning. Plus, we offer affordable advertising on television, radio, and digital platforms. Call our employee owners today and let us serve you. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
This is Eagle TV.
Come out facing a 3rd down and 13. Liberal now left to right with the wind that's about 10, maybe 15 miles per hour. Still that diagonal wind. Dunlap is 1 for 5 passing for 12 yards, has 3rd and 13, drops back to pass. The Indians get a rush on him. Now he's going to run up the left side near a 1st down, lowers his shoulder and gets a 1st down near the 30-yard line. Where'd he go out? Spot up to the 32. It's enough for a 1st down on a run of 16 yards.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit in the first half, where we saw the Hayes High Indians secondary fading back as it looked like Cyrus Dunlap was going to pass the ball, and cautioned the Hayes High Indian defense to not fade back too quickly, because Silas Dunlap is fast. He can recognize that, and he certainly took advantage of it, picking up a 1st down on what was a 3rd and long for the Liberal Redskins.
It was 3rd and 13, gain of 16 out to the 32-yard line. To pass is Dunlap. He's flushed from the pocket by Blackman. He's going to be taken down on that far sideline. He'll get out near the 35, gain 3. Dante Blackman and Kurt David, you've called it, the defensive ends have had great games for the Hayes High Indians.
Yeah, Cyrus Dunlap's going to pick up 3 on that play, but he certainly paid for it as Dante Blackman was out there to force the ball outside there. Dylan Schmidberger there to make a hard tackle, along with Tavian Kramer, it looks like, in on the play.
Yeah, he is starting for Will Sinnott, who is out with a calf injury. Indian football brought to you by American Family Insurance agent Kurt Staub, Verney's Hamburger House and Commercial Builders. Nice. Ball from the 36, 2nd down and 6. Indians with a 4 down front. Back to pass Dunlap. Quick throw left side. It is going to be, is it caught? Is it incomplete? Let's make a call here, guys.
They're going to call it.
They're
going to call it a reception.
It is Liberal in full pass mode now. It's a gain of 4. Jet Brown's 4th catch of the year, 1st tonight. 3rd and 2 from the 40-yard line. Dunlap in that shotgun formation. Drops back to pass. He's going to throw over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Lowering the boom is going to be Keaton Markley. Trying to make the catch was Arafal, and dropping the hammer was Keaton Markley on a legal hit over the middle. 4th down. Liberal likely just has to go for it here from their own 40.
And Arafal shaking his head as he goes back to the huddle. Keaton Markley breaks up that pass, which would have been complete, less for the sharp hit by Markley against Arafal.
Big time hit for the incomplete pass. Dunlap now 2 for 7 for 16 yards. 4th down and 2. Liberal is 2 for 2 on 4th down tonight. Dunlap to throw, throws near side, caught by Arafal. 1st down near the 49-yard line, where he'll go down and make the tackle. Little bubble screen out to the near side, and it's a gain to the 49. Liberal is 3 for 3 on 4th downs tonight. That's going to be a gain of 7 yards when they needed 3.
Palmer Hutchinson in on that tackle, but slow getting up off the ground, and he's slow going back to his position on defense.
These defenders have been on the field a lot when you consider they're on offense most of the time too. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right, now 3 to the left, and an empty backfield for Cyrus Dunlap. He's going to throw the bubble screen. Now he's going to be chased. He gets hit as he throws it down the field. Intercepted by Hunter Brown. He picked it off inside of the 15-yard line. Hunter Brown's second interception of the season, and the Hayes High Indians force the turnover, leading 13-0.
Hunter Brown, a great interception. Watching that ball into his hands, it's coming over his back. He had his head away from the quarterback, or running back towards to get the ball. But to rush that passer was Chase Browse, who got in the backfield, hitting Cyrus Dunlap just as he was throwing the ball. Great pursuit by Chase Browse, a great interception by Hunter Brown over the shoulder to catch the ball.
The momentum of Hunter going backwards took him back to the 5-yard line. 10:03 to go in the game. Hayes up 13-0. Indians need an outwork out of this hole back at the 5. Turn, handoff to number 5. That's Hunter Brown, and he's not going to get to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose maybe a yard on the play. 2 back to the 3. Hayes right now needs to get that O-line to bulk up one more time and push forward. 2nd down and 12 from the 3. Hayden Brown, 11 carries, 42 yards. Keaton Markley, 4 carries, 58 yards, a touchdown. Hunter Brown, 10 carries, 47 yards, a touchdown. 20 yards for Dylan Schmidberger. Lane Becker, 1 carry, 8 yards. Second down, and jumping off sides is Liberal. Hayes is going to back themselves out of their own 5-yard line, inside of their own 5-yard line, with Liberal's 5th penalty of the second half and 8th overall. It puts the ball out to around the 8-yard line, and Hayes now has second down and just over 6 yards.
I'll tell you what, and it's certainly, again, we talked about it in the first half where Hayes High was backed up inside their 5. Now being on the 8, even the 10-yard line, gives some different options for the Hayes High Indian offense in the backfield. Be a little bit more creative than just running the ball up the gut right off guard.
The clock is the Hayes High Indians' friend. 9:03 counting, 13-0 lead. Indian football after the interception. Handoff goes to Hayden Brown. Cuts over the left guard again. And boy, Hayes High right now just is loading up the wagon, hitching it behind Dante Blackman and Kyler Kinky and going, guys, we need you to push some people out of the way. And that's what they've done. Third down, about a yard. Call it 3rd down and 2 for Hayes. A big 3rd down opportunity for the Indians out at the 9-yard line.
You're right, running right behind Kyler Kinky, who was 3 to 4 yards down the field again, leading the plow on the road for that run.
3rd down, and we'll call it 2. Ball across the 10, out to the 13-yard line. Need to get almost to the 15. Long snap count. Liberal almost jumps off sides, and now Hayes is going to take a timeout. Hayes tried to get him to jump off sides. Liberal wouldn't do it. Is the Indians' first timeout of the second half. Hayes High football brought to you by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, G&L Tire and Automotive, Whiskey Creek, and Homesteel Siding and Windows. 2-possession lead for the Hayes High Indians. They have the ball after the Hunter Brown interception.
Important to note, Hayes High Indians just took their first timeout of this second half. There's 8:19 left. The Hayes High Indians up 13-0. Important to note, Liberal Redskins have 2 remaining timeouts to use in these 8 minutes of the game time.
A 26-yard touchdown on 4th and 1 on a reverse by Keaton Markley, and a Hunter Brown 5-yard touchdown, the only points on the board. Hayes High in the first 3 quarters of the last 2 games have not given up a single point. Can they hold strong here in the 4th quarter in Liberal, their first road test of 2017?
Keep this game moving. There is more lightning visible off to the southwest.
Mason Ibarra tied in right. Keaton Markley lines up off his hit. This is the play that they lined up in for the reverse earlier. 3rd down and 2. It's going to be a turn. It's going to be a handoff to Keaton Markley again. He'll get the first down across the 15. Hayes only got about 4 yards out of it that time, but that's enough for the first down out to the 17-yard line.
And that's the play that gained the touchdown for Keaton Markley, a reverse play, a misdirection play, where Hunter Brown goes in one direction, hands off to Keaton Markley coming to the near side of the field. That's what get a big gain for Keaton Markley in the first half. Hayes High Indians use that space that they've been given now with 15 yards in the backfield to have some misdirection, keep the Liberal Redskin defense off guard.
Hayes 1 for 5 on 3rd down in the first half. They are 2 for 3 in the second half. Hunter Brown under center. Liberal showing blitz with a 5-man front. Brown's going to keep left side, power his way to the 20-yard line, and there comes the offensive line to help him out for an extra yard just across the 20. Gain of 3. Right now, Hayes High will just take chunks of little yards and first downs and keep this clock winding with 7.5 to go in the game and a 13-0 lead.
That's right. This is going to be the 5th play of the drive, and it will be consuming at that point 3 minutes of game time to get this ball game under 7 minutes left in the game.
Hayes High has attempted 1 pass tonight, and it was intercepted. All of the Indians' yardage have come on the ground. Tavian Kramer, wide receiver to the right, double tight in formation out of this eye. Hunter Brown takes a peek at the clock. He'll see it tick down to 5. That's when he wants to snap the ball. Turns hands off to Keaton Markley. Big hole, 25, 30, 35. He's at the right sideline. He's at the 45, 50, into Liberal territory, 40-yard line, and he's taken down on the Liberal sideline at the 35-yard line, and Keaton Markley reels off yet another big run, this time out of the backfield in the I formation, and a flag on the play all the way back at the 13-yard line.
But the Hayes High Indians moving. That's going to be against the Liberal Redskins. A great run by Keaton Markley. A great hole opened up by the offensive line. But who was downfield? Who was at midfield to offer another block? It was Dylan Schmidberger all the way down there to help out his fellow back to pick up another 15 yards on that carry.
48 yards on the run by Keaton Markley. 110 yards on 6 carries. Indians had been running over the left side, left side, left side. This time they blow open the right side, and the Hayes High Indians have first down in Liberal territory at the 21-yard line.
Tavian Kramer bringing the play in for the Hayes High Indians.
Hayes with their second 100-yard rusher of the year. Leading 13-0 in Liberal. Hunter Brown takes a look at the play clock. It ticks down to 9. He'll go into the squat under the center. Trey Van Pelt turns, hands off. Hayden Brown, 20. Makes a nice move to get inside the 20 and then taken down just shy there. And the Hayes High Indians into the red zone, where they are 1 for 2 tonight, an interception and a touchdown. The clock rolls in their favor, 6:20 to go in the game. Hayes leading 13-0.
On a drive that started back on the 4-yard line. Now into the red zone for the Hayes High Indians on a 2nd and 7.
Hayes doing a good job of checking out the play clock at the end zone. They break huddle late, 15 seconds, that's fine. Wide receiver splits out to the left. And then out of the I formation after the 3-yard gain on that previous play by Hayden Brown. Ball from the 18. Hunter Brown keeps left side, makes a move to the 15 and taken down inbounds. 3rd down. Nice lead block there by Keaton Markley, and the Hayes High Indians have 3rd down and 4 from the 15. Will make it the 14-yard line.
We talk about the block by Keaton Markley. But Hunter Brown was following Colton Schoendaler. He was a pulling right guard that provided the lead block to allow Hunter Brown to get outside to make up some extra yardage.
Ball from the 14. Hayes can convert here and really run this clock down inside about 3 minutes if they do nothing else. 3rd and 4 from the 14-yard line. Need to get down just shy of the 10. Brown waits for the clock to go down to 6. Squats underneath the center. Turns, hands off. Hayden Brown gets hit by his own guy and comes up about a yard short. Boy, he got bumped by his own guy and comes up about a half yard short of the 1st down. Hayes right here can look to either, well, a field goal makes it a 2-possession ball game. Hayes wants to try to put it away. 4th down and 1. They picked up 3 on the run, 48 yards, 13 carries for Hayden Brown, who's the tailback. Keaton Markley to the right side. Hunter Brown under center from the 12. Need to get down inside the 11, and Liberal jumped off sides on 4th and 1 for a 3rd time tonight. The hard count from Hunter Brown draws Liberal to the wrong side of the line of scrimmage.
Boy, Liberal, like Hayes High Indians penalized themselves, gave up penalties in the first half to allow Liberal to continue drives. Now Liberal is causing the penalties, giving the Hayes High the opportunities to continue. Important to note, Chase Sprouse now in to give Kyler Kinky a break. Here we talk about, again, a rested lineman coming in. Certainly will provide an advantage now on that line for Hunter Brown to run behind if he so chooses.
7th second half penalty on Liberal, 10th of the game. I formation with Keaton Markley as the I back. 1st and goal from the 7. Brown turns. He's going to keep it himself, follow his pulling guard. He's going to get to the end zone. He's going to get in. That's a touchdown as Hunter Brown comes behind right guard Colton Schoendaler and into the end zone for a 19-0 lead. The Hayes High Indians go up by 3 scores with 4:08 to go in the game.
Another pulling guard play, but there was Chase Sprouse coming in on play after giving Kyler Kinky some rest. He takes out a defensive tackle as well as a linebacker on that play. So again, given the opportunity to not have all of your players playing both ways, give them an opportunity for break certainly pays off.
The extra point by Logan Clark is up and good. It is 20-0 with 4:08 remaining in the game. A 96-yard drive for the Hayes High Indians coming off of the Hunter Brown interception. Indian football brought to you by Next Tech Wireless, Redeem Designs, NCK Tech, Commerce Bank, James Motor Company, Leon's Welding and Fabrication, and Eagle Communications. And Mike Holliday, who filled in for Kurt David a week ago from Hayes, giving us a quick update. A year ago, Hayes High went 0-5 against 5 and 6A competition. They're looking to improve to 2 tonight. 3 scores ahead with 4:08 remaining in the game.
Boy, what a dominating drive. That could potentially be the drive of the season for the Hayes High Indians. 10 plays, goes 96 yards, consumes 5 minutes and 42 seconds off the clock to really probably seal this game for the Hayes High Indians in a victory to let them go, would you believe it, 2-0 in the Western Athletic Conference.
Hayes High, that's just their 3rd drive of the second half. They went 3 and out and punted, 7 plays touchdown, 10 plays touchdown, and Liberal staring at their first loss of the season here if the Hayes High Indians can hold on to a 20-point advantage with 4:08 to go.
But we talked about it in pregame. Liberal came into this game 2-0. against Ulysses, who's 0-2 going in tonight, and a win against Guyman, Oklahoma, who Liberal has regularly dominated. Real question about what the quality of teams were like, and Hayes High truly had been tested against Scott City and beat a team in Great Bend last week. Hayes High has certainly come in the stronger team.
Not much wind left, but there is about a 10-mile-an-hour wind that Logan Clark will kick into. He'll send a higher end-over-end kick that's going to land. It's going to take a Hayes High bounce. That's a live football, and it's going to be picked up by the Liberal Redskins. Boy, Arifal let it bounce, and streaming in to try to recover was Lane Becker, who's impressed in camp. The freshman got some time at middle linebacker just to kind of get a feel of the varsity action back during the camp. And he got a run at fullback tonight for 8 yards and came streaming down on that live football to eventually be picked up by Liberal at the 17-yard line. Well done on the kick by Logan Clark, just to hang it up in the air and let it bounce.
Well, yeah, for you golfers out there who've ever taken a 9-iron, a wedge, and got backspin on the ball, and that ball just stops on the green, this football did exactly the same thing. It hit the ground and actually backed towards the Hayes High Indians about 2 yards.
I have no idea what that feels like, and I've hit a lot of 9-irons and sand wedges. Dunlap in the backfield by himself. Liberal wants to go to the air here. Down 20 with 4:03 remaining. Throws left side. The ball is tipped, and then a huge tackle by Dylan Schmidberger lays out the wide receiver trying to make the catch. Hayes High has been hitting hard in this game. That ball looked like it could have been tipped, potentially incomplete. Dunlap tonight 3 for 10 for 23 yards and an interception.
Boy, the wide receiver for the Liberal Redskins, it looked like Josh Arifal, who took a hard hit 2 possessions ago, was opened up to make the ball. He misses it, and right then got hit hard by the Hayes High Indian defender.
Schmidberger got there when the ball did. He didn't lead with his head, put a shoulder into the gut. 3 wide receivers left. Now Burciaga back there to help protect the Liberal quarterback, Cyrus Dunlap. Now a player coming on late. Play clock's down to 4, 3, 2, 1, and timeout Liberal.
Their second timeout. They have only 1 timeout left. Certainly not the way that the Liberal Redskins wanted to use their second timeout of this half.
After tonight, Liberal will go on the road against Wichita North. They're home against Garden City and Wichita Southeast, and then on the road to Great Bend and Dodge City. 5 and 6A into the playoff format that 4A will join next year, in that you play 8 regular season games. Everybody gets a 9th regular season game. It's just it is set in a playoff format of 1 versus 16 in the West and East, so on and so forth, to set up that 9th game, but that's where the eliminations start. So in the 5 and 6A ranks, there's only 8 games listed. Hayes with 9 games, still at 4A Division I. Everything stays the same this year. After tonight, home against Garden City. Then Valley Center on the road, Dodge City on the road, home against Ferguson, at Abilene, home against Wamego. Timeout, Indians up 20-0 on the road. Snap back to the quarterback, Dunlap, and he throws where nobody was. 3rd down. Liberal tonight 2 for 11 on 3rd down.
Well, important there. Trey Van Pelt, Chase Browse in now to finish the game. Palmer Hutchinson was coming in from the linebacker position and jumped up. Cyrus Dunlap had to throw over Palmer Hutchinson's hands. That's what caused too much arc on that ball. Palmer Hutchinson causing that incomplete
This
pass.
week in practice with Coach Randall Rath running the quarterback position, if the defensive line wasn't getting in deep, they talked about get your hands up in the air, force somebody to throw over top of you, and the defensive line is responding. 3rd and 10 from the 17 for Dunlap. Shotgun formation, 2 left, 2 right, looks to the left side. That is going to be caught over on that far sideline, and it's near a 1st down for Jet Brown. On 3rd and 10, he'll get to the 15, and he's going to pick up 13 yards. 2nd catch for Jet Brown tonight.
Now it's going to stop the clock briefly until the chains are set here for the Liberal Redskin offense. They're up quickly to run this ball.
Dunlap rolls out to his right, throws to Chandler. Chandler makes 2 guys miss, makes a 3rd guy miss, going left side, gets off a tackle and gets tripped up by his own guy. He got tripped up by right guard Carlos Avellino. Otherwise, he might score. Ball goes out to the 44-yard line. Liberal wants to run a play, but their quarterback Dunlap was still on the wrong side, and Hayes High is going to take a timeout and regroup here.
A smart timeout by Coach Rath. The Hayes High Indian defense was confused about where their positions needed to be. Liberal Redskins were trying to rush the clock, rush the ball there. Coach Rath takes a timeout to calm down his Hayes High Indian defense. A well-timed timeout. Give the Hayes High Indians a little bit of a breather here now with 3 minutes and 23 seconds left. Liberal Redskins have the ball. First down on their own 45-yard line, but down by an important 20 points. Hayes High Indians up 20-0 with 3 minutes and 23 seconds left.
How about the offense for Liberal? Everybody lined up, and their quarterback, who was down the field trying to block, was the last guy to get back in position. Everybody else was ready to go. And the quarterback, Cyrus Dunlap, an all-state track runner, returned a kick against Hayes High last year for a touchdown, and what was a momentum-swinging kick return for a touchdown at Lewis Field Stadium. Tavian Kramer is the right cornerback. Hayden Brown, safety that side. Keaton Markley, left safety. Left cornerback is Hunter Brown. Shotgun formation for Dunlap from the 44-yard line, rolling out, throwing, incomplete. Raheem Dumas with the interception, the All-American cornerback for Fort Hays State University, now the assistant coach, one of the assistant coaches. He coaches the cornerbacks for this Liberal team. When you're an All-American and you get him on your staff, you want him to teach the guys the position you're an All-American at. Works out pretty well.
Dustin, a couple plays ago, you talked about how in practice they were coaching the kids to get their arms up to make the Cyrus Dunlap throw over them. Guess who's in at a defensive end? That 184-pound senior. He's over 6 foot tall. Graydon Mayfield in now at a defensive end position to add that extra height.
3 left, 1 right for the wide receivers. Burciaga back to help protect the quarterback, Dunlap. He wants to throw, has time, throws left. Nice catch made by Hatcher. Tackle at the 45-yard line of the Hayes High Indians. That's a gain of 11. Hunter Hatcher, he has a twin brother, Ethan. They have an older brother that is on the team as well. That's his first catch of the season and of his career. 61 yards passing for Dunlap, who now throws left side for a pass that goes incomplete.
Logan Schulte now, after being sat off to the side for a few plays, in fresh for Chase Browse, who's played well, but played about 5-6 consecutive plays. Logan Schulte coming in now fresh on the defensive line.
Hayes High is going to have a lot of this year, rotating the linemen as much as they can. Kinky battling that right ankle injury, and then numbers. It comes down to a numbers game, and Hayes High just has to find a way to keep fresh bodies in the game. 2 wide receivers left, 2 right. Hayes up 20-0. Liberal driving with 3:02 remaining in the game. Dunlap back to pass, looks to the right side, wants to go over the middle, and short hops his wide receiver. Quite honestly, the wide receiver did not want to catch that football because that was not going to be good news for Josh Arafal, who has taken 2 hard hits tonight. 3rd and 10 for Liberal.
Well, Dustin, I was watching the line of scrimmage here where the Hayes High Indian defense have stuffed up the line of scrimmage. Cyrus Dunlap had time to throw that ball, but it looked like he was thrown into triple coverage. Had he taken some time, there had to be an open receiver out there for the Liberal Redskins.
Just a sophomore. He has thrown 17 times tonight, 6 for 17 tonight. He was 9 for 15 in the first 2 games of the season. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Burciaga back to protect. Dunlap's going to step up, wants to run, gets hit, and then gets driven down. The first person to get there to make the hit was Logan Schulte, slowed him up, and then Dylan Schmidberger with the tackle at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
And how important was that play? We talked a couple series ago where Silas Dunlap was going back looking like he was going to pass. Then he took the ball down and went in on a quarterback draw. The Hayes High Indians had over-pursued the pass. They did not over-pursue this time. That was a design draw by Cyrus Dunlap, and the Hayes High Indians defense did not bite. They were there to make the tackle, force the Liberal Redskins into now 4th and 10 with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left.
Liberals 3 for 3 on 4th down tonight, twice on 4th and 2, once on 4th and 3. They send 3 wide receivers to the right this time and 1 to the left. Tyreek Chandler to this side. They look his way. Dunlap to throw. Throws it deep for Chandler. It's going to be tipped and intercepted. Off the tip, it's going to be taken by Hayden Brown. And the Hayes High Indians come up with a second interception, the first of the career of Hayden Brown, and that's going to do it as the Hayes High Indians force a 3rd turnover, the 2nd by interception. Hayes is going to move to 2-0 in conference play. They have a 1:53 separating themselves and a victory here in Liberal.
Boy, 10-play drive. The Liberal Redskins were moving it down in 4 or 5-yard chunks at a time, but the Hayes High Indians forced them into a 4th and 10 situation. Pick off the ball on a deep throw by Silas Dunlap.
The Brown brothers with a pair of interceptions tonight for the Hayes High Indians. Hayes needs to knock off a 1:53 from the clock. They lead 20-0. That ball was tipped, and Hayden Brown with the concentration to cradle it and then realize the play's done, go to a knee. I formation. Indians just need to hold on to the football here. Handoff Hayden Brown across the 15 to the 16. And Hayes High starting to find themselves a new running back. And I don't mean new in a light manner. Keaton Markley has done a fine job, but he's a great wide receiver as well for this team. And so you look to get as many guys on the field that can help you all at the same time. Coming into tonight, Hayden Brown had a total of 4 carries for 15 yards. Tonight, 14 carries, 51 yards, and has helped the Indians. He's only had 1 negative run the entire night. Ball out to the 16-yard line. Hayes with a 20-0 advantage. Hunter Brown takes a peek at the play clock, gets set with 5 to go, turns, hands off. That's going to be a counter play, and running on the play. Is that Hayden Brown again? They'll unpile and check Keaton Markley that time with the run as he gets across the 15 and out to the 18-yard line. 3rd down for Hayes High.
Liberal Redskins have 1 timeout left, but Coach Dunlap looked, well, you would have thought he was throwing in the towel. He's going to throw in the towel and not use the timeout. Now 45 seconds left for the Hayes High Indians.
3rd and 5, and if Hayes can convert, they just need to take a knee and in game. In fact, if they convert, it might take rest of the time off of the clock. There is a 23-second differential between play clock and game clock. Indians lead 20-0 in Liberal. Under center is going to be Hunter Brown. Turns, hands off to Keaton Markley. Big hole, 1st down. There's the ball game. Markley out to the 29-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 11 yards, and the Hayes High Indians come on the road and win. They have back-to-back wins in the season in the Western Athletic Conference. The last 20 seconds will come down off the clock. Kurt David, it is a shutout victory in Liberal for the Hayes High Indians.
Boy, what a big win. A big win last week against the Great Bend Panthers to go 1-0 in the Western Athletic Conference. Now a shutout win on the road at the Liberal Redskins, who were 2-0, had led the Western Athletic Conference in total offense. The Hayes High Indian defense completely shuts down, largely with plays from the defensive ends. And the Hayes High Indian offense that went into the halftime with a lead had mistakes in the first half. They had key penalties that put them in difficult positions. They turned over the ball 2 times. They don't turn over the ball in the second half. The key penalties are on the side of the Liberal Redskins. The coaching staff of the Hayes High Indians did a good job at halftime getting these young men ready to play in the second half. The Hayes High Indians now lead the Western Athletic Conference 2-0 with wins over Great Bend and now the Liberal Redskins. This will be a fun 3-hour ride home for those men on the bus.
We talked about it last week that a win against Great Bend at home makes the trip here a little easier. Kurt said a win here makes the trip home a whole lot more fun. 20-0, the Hayes High Indians do it with all of their yards gained on the ground. The defense has allowed points in just 1 of the last 8 quarters. They will be at home against Garden City next week. For Kurt David and Harrison for ECTV and HayesPost.com, I'm Dustin Armbruster.